So my story, I was born and I weighed £2. That's what I weighed. And the reason I weighed £2 was my mum wore a girdle. And she wore a girdle because she didn't want me. She was hiding the pregnancy. And I don't know the reasons why, because I've never really asked that question, but within 2 years the marriage broke down and I ended up in a children's home in Essex. Growing up in children's homes wasn't a good place, and looking at my social services record when I was a 20-something man, I had 18 sets of foster parents before I was 6. And I had 25 placements. I became a statistic, 8% of people in children's homes end up in prison, and I love prison. I did 27 prisons. I've been all around the place. I had a right good tour, a bit like Barry. He was going home every night. I remember when I was a young kid in a prison called Brinsford, walking into reception, Mr. Hall, right Ed, got your cell waiting for you. And my cell was on GOAD, good order and discipline. And I used to come into the prison and they used to segregate me straight away, because they seemed it was safe for me and safe for the prison, because I was just extreme. I suffered from paranoia, I suffered from anger, and I used to just carry on, or just always extreme. And for some reason, I always felt an outcast. Don't know why. I don't know if it had anything to do with my childhood. But this outcast feeling that I had on my estate back in Stoke-on-Trent, I still had this outcast feeling when I was in the prisons. So whatever I was looking for, this thing, this identity that I wanted, and I was in the prisons, it was just, what was it? I don't know. And I remember going to church in Brinsford. I remember giving my life. I didn't really give my life. It was chocolate and cake and all the other stuff involved. But it got me out of the segregation unit. And I could have committed my life then, couldn't we? That's what I could have done. I could have actually committed my life to Christ right then, but I chose not to. And I carried on life. By the time I was 35, sitting in another cell in another prison, I was doing a life sentence for armed robbery after spending a few £100,000 on crack cocaine. And I sat there in the cell just after trying to kill myself 4 days before. And this guy gave me a Bible. I opened the Bible, read Genesis. Don't read Genesis if you're not a Christian, because it's a bit out there. I think I got to Enoch and just put the book down. But this is what I said to God. I went, I know you're true. I know. You need to show me. Stubborn one, I tried, challenging. 4 days later, I was in Dovegate prison. And I walked into reception. I know I've got this 5 feet now, but I was 13 stone then. The reason I was 13 stone because for 2 months I didn't eat. I went downhill, tried to kill myself. Sometimes we have to get to that low point. Sometimes that's the only time that God can get in, because all the other times in my life, the abuse and the violence and the drug taking and all the other stuff that I used to do, the womanizing, there wasn't a low point. I was actually enjoying myself. There was a skin being gratified. But I was at this low point right then, and I asked God to show me. What did he show me? So 4 days later, I walked in reception. And I know this now because I became the reception order in the prison. My security file said all this stuff about me, but in front of the officer, I was a 13 stone vulnerable person. I was on an act. So they were looking at this person that wasn't matching up to the security file. So they didn't know what to do with me. I was incoherent. I was massively addicted to whatever medication I could get hold of. And they asked me the question, where do you want to be? I forgot about 4 days before when I challenged God. I just said, just stick me with all the Stoke lads, everyone knows who I am. And I wanted to be back, I wanted to get it back, the stuff that I lost, I wanted to get the drugs back and the reputation and be the leader and all that other stuff that I wanted. And for some reason this little lady walked past and she went, you're going to A-Wing. You've got to remember, when you pray to God, guys, and you challenge God, it's going to come into your life. So I'm walking down A-Wing and I'm looking around thinking, and I was scared. It was the first time I was really, really vulnerable. Not the time when I tried to commit suicide. I was really, really scared. And it was the first time in my life I was actually admitting that I wasn't as tough as I thought I was. I was looking around at men doing 30 years and thinking, I don't want this no more. And my brain was processing what was going on, and I'm thinking about attacking this guy so I can get my reputation back. Because that's how my brain was, it was just messed up. And I remember the staff opened this door, and I walked in the cell, and there was Bibles and Psalms. My brain went, oh, I'm going to be part of one of the mad Christians. And that's what I thought. And a guy walked in called Darren Bardsley. he says, "Hi, my name's Darren, I'm a born-again Christian. Would you like me to pack all this stuff away?" And if you know who's been in jail, someone saying, "Would you like me to pack this stuff away in your cell?" It's not manly, is it? And I was like, wow, what's this guy got? And he had something that I've always been after. He had an identity. He had peace. So all I did is just ask him a million questions. 4 weeks later, I became the chaplain of that prison. And what I did is I just absorbed as much stuff I could from the 8 different people in the chaplaincy department. And I had everything. I had Church of England stuff, I had Catholic stuff, even had the Mormon stuff. They're right with some things, but not much of it. I had all that stuff. And do you know what? I got a lot of wisdom, I got a lot of love. I still hadn't given my life to Christ. And I was in this Bible study. Another legend, Andrea. Another one, Kate. I was that broken, guys. I was really hurt. I was a child that had been abused. I was a child that people tried to kill me in my life. I was a child that grew up very angry. My mum, I haven't seen her for 26 years now. I didn't know what love was. I tried to replace love with drugs and violence and driving cars really fast and all the other stuff that we fill in that hole. 2 women, they broke the rules that day. Because you're not allowed to touch a prisoner in a Cat B prison. But they broke the rules and laid hands on me. It was in that instance I felt the love of Jesus Christ. And it doesn't matter what happens now, I know He's real. It doesn't matter what mountain I face, I know He's real. And He came in my life that fast and He just went, bam, Simon, I love you. That thing I've craved since an 18-month-old baby. My first experience was abuse at 3. That's my first experience, my first memory. I grew up messed up, but Jesus loved me. So where am I now? Wow. Out of jail. Out of jail. Last year I come here, I was at prison, wasn't I? Remember? And we all prayed at UCB for my parole the next day. And we got it. Last year, me and my mate Anthony were sitting in a police station. Bit normal for 2 ex-cons, one on a life licence, the other one on another licence. And we were sitting there with these police, advising them how to help people stay off drugs. Crazy, isn't it? Hey, God's good, isn't He? I'm an estate agent for heaven. I tell you what, some big mansions up there, and your name's on it. And I'm going to tell you about it, because I know Jesus is real. And do you know what? I've been an addict, and I've been violent, and I've had violence upon me. But you can't tell me, it cost me £400 to feel like that. That's how much it used to cost me, to feel that high, the Holy Spirit bouncing inside me. It used to cost about 400 or 500 quid. It was gone the next morning full of guilt. I have the privilege of leading a ministry called Walk, and the ministry's in Stoke-on-Trent. We have a building company, and what we do, we walk alongside men as they come out of prison. And they're over there shining, bright, mighty men. Do you know what? I just want to encourage you. Barry took a chance on me. He took a chance on me for whatever reason. Take a chance, guys. Step out in faith. God gave you a chance. Andrea, she laid hands on me, didn't she? She broke the rules that day and nearly got kicked out of the prison. But she did that. You've got to take a chance. Because there's people out there that need to know the gospel. And do you know what? We can preach, we can teach, we can evangelize, we can lead churches, we can be pastors. It says this: we are all, every single one of us, are there to go and preach the gospel. And that's your job, guys. Whether you're walking it, whether you're talking it, whether you're speaking it, whether you're teaching it, you are a warrior for God. So that's my story. Excellent.